Welcome to today's Sports Live.
Oh, we're live here. Okay.
It's our first hockey show.
We're talking college football today.
This edition of Baseball Today.
Football Today is back here.
Welcome back to basketball today.
Got the double box. Bring it on, baby.
This is giving me Russell Westbrook vibes.
I'm too strong. I'm just too strong. Well, there goes the encyclopedia.
Him and Rihanna would create like a mega mind type.
We
That's
put
really
this
good.
decision on a coin flip, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Ginzer City. Ginzer City.
More
We
perfect that we
all
brought
have
that today.
computers in front of us.
All right, and that is why we skip hooping. Yeah.
The spitting image of Cooper Cup.
Ricky Patalco about to lose his mind.
Kadarius Toney, Nihao, you better start learning Chinese.
We got two Rangers fans here, so
No.
Crazy.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Today's Sports. I'm here with my guys, Kylie,
Sadie,
Ben,
first time
Carly.
host.
Carly, that's her sister.
That's my sister's
Carly,
name.
First time host.
and Colin.
I
And
gotta
we're-
put my sleeves up.
Ooh,
This is
we're
gonna be
getting
a
ready.
show. I got a
ready.
lot on my mind. I just want to say that off the bat. First time host in our TD, Joe. Shout out, Joe.
There
a
we
lot of
go.
new people, but they're gonna be great.
All right, so let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about our Penn State sports. We're playing Maryland this upcoming weekend.
Yeah.
At Maryland, how are we feeling about the 5-3 Terps?
Very, very nervous.
Really?
Look ahead game
Nervous?
to Michigan.
Yeah.
Penn State's
Ooh.
offense has not been good, as we all know, and Maryland is coming off a terrible month of October. That means that they're going to be extra fired up for this
Yeah.
game. Very, very nervous. I'll save my score prediction for after you guys all talk.
Yeah.
That's my initial thoughts.
I agree. I mean, both teams at the beginning of the season, I mean, both their offenses were super good. And I think that they started off really strong, but then they took a little turn. Things are getting a little musty. But honestly, at the same time, though, it's at Maryland. I think they're going to come extra hard. And I think Penn State shouldn't take them lightly, just like they took lightly this weekend. And look what happened.
Yeah, at Maryland doesn't really mean much. but
Obviously,
still
but I'm
have to try-
saying
still have to get
they're
there.
the
Yeah.
vibes are gonna be a little different.
Remember what happened a few years ago?
All of Penn State.
Oh, that was good.
I think that's gonna happen this year, honestly, because I know a
Okay.
bunch of people that I know are going, and it's gonna
I
be so
also
fun.
think it's a little bit of a nerve-wracking game, potentially a trap game, but I do think if we come out of there alive, it's going to help our team a lot. I think it'll be an offensive shootout, and if we can put up 40,
Offensive shootout.
I think
Do
potentially
you
it has
know
a
what Penn
chance.
State defense has done this season?
I do know, but Talia Tungavailoa.
Talia. I think. I don't know.
Tungavailoa also has a very good arm. I think Drew Aller, after that
Yeah.
interception, is going to start throwing down the field more. He's a little less timid. And I think this could be a breakout game for our offense, especially. And I'm excited for this opportunity going into Michigan.
Oh.
And that's a great point. Before we get to the score predictions, the Drew Aller post-interception resume, very excited to watch it. I don't
Really?
know if I really buy into the whole he was timid because he didn't throw an interception storyline, but he did throw a 50-yard beautiful pass afterwards. So maybe it is
He's got
a
the
real
nerves out of the way now. Now I feel like he's like focused. He's zoned in now because that interception, I feel like people were putting pressure on him. I do think it was pressure. Because, I mean, when you're the
Well,
only
he
guy
set
in the
the record.
country.
He set the record.
Yeah, he did.
Exactly.
But I know Drew, and I know he doesn't care about records. He only cares about the wins and losses. Carl, you got a score prediction?
Score prediction, honestly, I'm gonna go 37 Penn State winning to 20.
Okay. I think this Penn State defense is going to have an amazing game. I said before I was extremely nervous, but I think this defense has a sour taste in their mouth from what they did last week. I'm going to go 34-14.
That's actually really
wow,
good.
that's
But I'm very
crazy.
nervous.
That's crazy.
I'm very
That's
nervous.
crazy.
I'm just like kind of second guessing on the defense. I mean, after Ohio State and last weekend, just a little, but
Second half team.
I think
second half team. I said that before.
Yeah.
But
I think Manny Diaz continues to try to go maybe a little bit more towards the big play, those interceptions, giving up those big passing yards like he did in the
Yeah.
last game. And I think it'll be 40-21. I think Maryland will score, just not as much as
Wow.
us.
I don't know if Penn State's offense has the capability to put up 40 points in week 10 of the season because of what they did last week and because of what they did in Ohio State. But
maybe they'll show us something different. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
I hope
they'll.
so.
These scores
yeah,
have some pretty
chuck
high
the ball
hopes.
deep. As that reporter said, chuck the ball deep.
These scores have some pretty high hopes. And speaking of high hopes, let's talk about Ohio State being number one in the college
First
football
time hosting, you're
rankings.
transitioning like a pro. Wow.
There
No,
we
but
go.
these rankings It's crazy
That's
to not see
ludicrous.
Georgia in the number 1 spot, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
I agree
ludicrous.
too. I think it's.
I think Ohio State deserves it.
How do you feel about
No.
Florida State?
Florida State,
They also deserve it.
they've won
They
every game.
deserve it.
They've
really?
won every game. They
My
look
favorite
physical,
team right
they
now
do.
in the top 10 right now is Washington. Like, I actually really like
They got to
seeing
beat
them.
USC.
I know, but I mean, I love seeing them, a underdog team who literally has not been in the spotlight. You've seen these teams year after year after year. Seeing Washington is just like, I think I love that.
Well, I
But
haven't seen Florida State in a long time.
no, yeah.
Washington, didn't they make the playoffs like 6 years ago? I don't know.
It
Whatever.
was just a
but-
while, but they haven't been up there. I mean, when have you seen them in top 5?
Yeah, I don't know. Ohio State at 1. This means that all the playoff committee cares about is strength of schedule. I don't agree with that. I
Yep.
think Michigan is the number
I
1 team
agree.
in college
I
football.
agree.
I mean, why is Ole
But I
Miss
get
in front
it.
of us?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
because they
agree
beat
with that.
LSU. Strength
Yeah.
of schedule.
But honestly, I think in order for Penn State to have any hopes of moving up, they have to win, obviously, against
You have to win
Maryland.
out.
They have to beat Michigan. Like, if they do not beat
Oh.
Michigan,
We'll talk about that
I don't
next
like
week.
those odds.
but-
Yeah, I don't like those odds at all.
But I think
But,
Penn State's going to lose by 10 plus against Michigan.
I will say that how the rankings are set up, it does make it a little less nervous for us because there's no chance of us getting in with 2 losses now, right? We're put at 11th. It's win out and
Zero
or have
chance.
no shot at the playoffs. So it does make me feel a little bit better about maybe our team's ready to kind of grind it out for the rest of the season.
Yep, I got to
Yeah.
say one thing. With these rankings, Penn State's at 11. Let's say they finish 10-2. That is most likely not a New York Six bowl. That is a absolute failure of a season.
honestly, I agree
can agree.
too.
Looking at this, so we got number 8 Bama and 14 LSU in the rankings, and they've got a pretty big game coming up this weekend. How do we feel about that?
Well, listen, my man Nick
He's taking
Saban,
over.
he holds grudges. My man Nick Saban does not
Mm.
lose many games, but when he loses, he does not lose the next year to the same
He
team.
Just
looking
like that's
rocky.
to Tennessee
He
when they
took
lost
down-
against
He
Tennessee.
took down Rocky Top in a second half comeback, and this year at his home,
Yes,
he is going to
yes.
embarrass LSU.
Wow.
He's
Alabama,
overhyped.
I said this last month, is a great football team. Everybody wanted to say Alabama was done, Nick Saban this, dynasty's over.
No.
Alabama, I think, is actually going to beat Georgia in the SEC championship game,
Mm.
and LSU, I think, is a poor
I
football team.
completely agree with that. I
Crazy.
think this will be.
Thank you, Colin. They're all looking at me like I have 6 heads.
I think that This is going to be
You agree with
Alabama's
me?
offense's
Listen.
breakout game. It's anyone that stayed close with LSU has averaged 42.5 points.
Oh,
Alabama has only scored more than 24 points.
it's
one all
Alabama's
year.
defense.
But I think Alabama's defense and Nick
Yeah.
Saban hold this one out, and I think their offense looks good for arguably the first time this year, and it could be the turning point in their season. To make it
Yeah.
win the
Yeah.
SEC.
Quinnen Williams is from Alabama. That's my Jets defensive tackle.
Oh no Jets talk here.
How do you
We're not
feel?
talking-
Because personally, I think Bama's overhyped. I think Nick Saban's
Oh,
overhyped.
Oh.
They lost one
But-
game to Texas, and that's when
All right,
but
their
they're just
team
better
was
than
not
them,
even the same as
so-
what it is now.
LSU already has 2 losses. All right,
They're not good.
but listen.
Defense, Swiss cheese.
Bama,
They can't put 4 quarters together.
but also LSU does have one of the best offenses, honestly.
Jaden
So,
Daniels is over. I can name you 10 quarterbacks better than him.
I'm just saying, but they do. Numbers don't lie. I mean, they literally have the number 1 offense.
Do they?
Yes, they have the number 1 offense right now, and they're ranked.
It's
They're
not
ranked.
USC.
No, it says they're ranked number 1 nationally. Oh, and yards per play.
Well,
So,
I can't beat that
You
stat.
can't beat that stat.
But Tuscaloosa. I've never been there, but I could promise
That's what I was about to
those
lean
tailgates
toward.
are going to. I think those tailgates actually already started.
All right. We're going to talk about tailgates later.
Oh, yeah,
That's
we
what I was
will.
about to say though. But then they're gonna be nervous because this is a win or a die game for them. For
Yep.
LSU, they're gonna be nervous
both
coming into this
teams.
game against
Both teams.
Bama.
Facts.
honestly, but it's home. It's a home game for Bama.
Yeah.
It's the best experience to be there, right? Honestly. So I think that it's a revenge tour for them.
Well,
Yeah.
you're hyping up Nick Saban. I think it's the perfect way to go into our 2
Bang,
favorite
bang.
coaches. What do you guys think about your favorite coaches in college football? I know we've got some pretty funny characters, especially this year.
Yeah.
So break it down for me, Colin. Go ahead.
Volpe commented, "Nice hoodie. Where'd you get it?"
It's actually
Wow.
one of my favorite LSU colors, straight from Volpe's closet.
Go Tigers!
So, shout out Volpe. Thank you.
But not on
Thank
Saturday.
She actually got from.
you. Go Tigers from Saturday. But
No.
let's break down these
Wow.
coaches, though. Let's break them
That's
down. You're so
crazy.
hyped about Nick Saban.
How
Tell
do
me
you break
why.
down a coach?
Who's your favorite? Why?
Colin.
I'm your favorite coach?
No, you're not a coach. You're an analyst.
Who is the best personality?
Analyze.
College
Well,
football.
I'll talk about Nick Saban. I think Nick
Oh
Saban,
my gosh.
I do think he's up there. I think ever since he started talking to Pat McAfee, I've started to fall in love with the guy. I know he's a villain, but
I
I do
like
think
that.
some of his quotes and the way he's acted as the villain and kind of accepted the role, I kind of love him. Can't lie.
I
And my
like that.
second guy, a little throwback, we have Irk Russell. Now, I don't know if
Oh.
anyone's heard of
like
him.
that.
He
Irk.
won a national championship with Georgia, as well as coached Georgia Southern for a while. And he has some of the funniest quotes I've ever seen out of a coach, as well as just being an all-out aggressive guy. When he didn't like the way his players played, he used to take his player and bang his head against him until he got the
That's
message through.
psychotic.
Someone that I
Yeah.
think that's had some funny quotes. I'm going with Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin. That's it.
Oh,
Man,
he chirps.
he's a chirper. First of all, his energy was silent when he threw the clipboard. Did you see that one video? He was crazy. And all right,
Dion.
Oh, I see my favorite.
we got.
Dion. This guy
Prime.
is
We
gonna.
got
He's not
Dion.
even gonna make a bowl game.
Listen, but the thing was
hating
about
on him.
personality.
He's not gonna make a bowl
It's
game.
about personality. Listen,
True.
listen.
And his son got
His
ejected.
But his
That
son,
was a bad call.
his son
It was.
is good. But listen, his personality is just you can't beat it. He's literally, I think he's him. His personality. Whenever you watch him talk,
He's him.
he's so funny. I think he's so funny. These two best personalities. Those
Well,
are
I'll
my
say
picks.
this about Dion. He has increased the revenue by about 10x.
Did you see when his sunglasses? He literally put them on.
Yeah.
He sold I think almost
Bang.
over millions.
That's called marketing.
I want to
That's
see
called
these
marketing.
two
That's
in a
called
room.
personality. That's called
Yeah.
personality. That's
My
my
two
pick.
favorite
Right.
coaches. One is extremely underrated. I think is a top 5 coach in football. The other one, Colin mentioned. But I'm going to start off with Utah's head coach, Kyle Whittingham. This guy rode into the Pat McAfee show on a Harley Davidson. Every single morning in Utah, he goes on a Harley Davidson rides all around the city of
I mean,
Salt
there's nothing
Lake
else to do
City.
there. So I mean,
Kyle Whittingham, Harley Davidson. He doesn't care about what his team does. He just needs wins. He just
Ooh.
needs toughness,
Ooh.
grittiness. That's Kyle Whittingham.
And the
All right.
trucks.
Grittiness.
And the trucks.
And the trucks?
And the trucks.
What's the
Utah
truck?
trucks.
I'm confused, Sadie.
All right, keep going.
All right.
The trucks.
All right. Grittiness.
next.
Nick Saban. They want to bash him. They think he's boring. They think he's this. His time is up. Nick Saban can sit you down for an hour and he can lecture you about anything you would want. Nick Saban is the smartest man in college football. That's why he's the greatest college football coach ever.
He only drives his Ferrari on Wednesdays. If
Only-
it's not raining.
Yes, exactly. And then he drives the Ford on Tuesdays.
All right, you need to get
Other
off this
days,
Nick
he does-
Saban hype
he does the
train.
golf
It's
cart.
not that
So
cool.
He
she's a
doesn't
Nick
drive
Saban
it.
hater.
No.
We have Nick Saban
I would say
lovers.
Nick Saban hater. I would say Nick Saban doubter.
Kyle Whittingham, I cannot believe you guys didn't bring him up. He
Guys, listen.
drove a motorcycle to Pat McAfee show.
Okay,
all right,
well,
all right. But let's talk about our college football. What is your favorite upset of all time?
Oh, I'm
We've
so
seen some
excited.
pretty good ones. We could potentially see some this weekend with LSU. But what's your favorite?
Mr.
think-
Ward,
I'm going to
Oh.
start off. Look, I do not like Michigan, and this is one of my favorite upsets because of that. App State going to Michigan, beating Michigan in the B house,
Yeah.
in the big house,
In the
in
B house.
B house in 2007. This was the first ever game aired on the Big Ten Network, and it was the first time an FCS team ever
Wow.
beat
That
a top 5
quality is
team.
just
Talk about
amazing.
Not
Michigan
only was
blocks.
there a field goal, blocked field goal here, but 4 minutes earlier there was another blocked field goal by App State to win the game, and I just love this so much.
Wow.
It makes it even better as an FCS team. Like
Mhm.
that just like
Oh, yeah.
icing on the cake.
Yeah,
pay
and
them
especially
to
being
beat you.
Michigan.
Right,
so-
exactly.
And the end of this,
Crazy.
just watching the Michigan fans, just makes me so happy.
As
Oh,
a Penn State
great
fan, it
pick.
just warms my heart.
Warms our
How
heart.
about you?
Great pick.
All right, no one here is gonna beat this. My pick, guys.
This is not an upset.
this is an
They were ranked
upset.
number 4.
Let her
I'll get
explain
to-
it.
Okay.
Let me explain. All right, my favorite upset in college football is to this day. It's electrifying. It is amazing. Auburn upset number 1, Bama. Okay, listen, they won. It was the announcers were insane
Pick
at this
6.
moment. Like, quote, it was Auburn's gonna win the football game. It was crazy. It's like, oh my god, Auburn's gonna win a football game. Like, and oh my gosh, I wish you could see the whole view. It was insane. I wish you could play the audio because imagine being there. It was electric. I think that this was just one of the best moments ever. Oh my gosh. You can't even beat that.
And now Chris Davis can get free food for life. But that's not an upset. They were number 4.
But listen,
Okay, but look at the way they're rushing the
look
field.
at
Yeah,
this.
you don't
Like,
beat
that's a
Bama.
number
Cool.
1
That's pretty
team,
cool.
a Bama number 1 team in their prime.
You love Alabama. You
I
should
do.
love this.
This is
Well,
an
everyone has to
upset.
get
Look at
defeated.
this.
That made Alabama better.
Made Nick Saban the villain he is today.
That
Yeah.
was Nick Saban's villain. That was his villain arc. But I think
What
this
a
is one
hug.
of the best.
What's Bama's mascot?
A crimson.
The elephant.
That kind of
Tide.
sucks. So tell me a better mascot.
No, I'm going to tell you about my
Tell me
upset.
all right.
Yeah, so
Oh,
my upset is considered one of the greatest upsets of all time. It is an FCS matchup. That is Division One AA. Butler versus Youngstown State. You want to know about these teams?
All right, let's hear it.
Youngstown State, 63 scholarship players. How many does Butler have, I ask? Zero.
Zero.
They go into Youngstown State. I think that's Ohio. I'm not sure. And they beat them with 0 scholarship players. FCS matchup. Butler, Youngstown State. That looks like a high school field. Butler
Looks
did
like
not
high school.
care.
You're telling me that you think this upset here is
Oh,
crazier than mine?
Well, yours was number 4 versus number 1. This
No,
is FCS.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm
This
asking
is-
you think this is crazy.
This is right above high school when it comes to great leagues.
But mine was FCS versus top 5 FBS.
Yours was a homer pick. This is Butler. This is a basketball school.
maybe that's why you almost got skipped.
And they came
It's
back.
FCS.
They came back in the fourth quarter. One of the greatest upsets of all time on my
Nope.
list, number 1.
Nope.
That's a really bad opinion. And
Uh,
now I can
FCS.
say that
This game
that's
had a
why you almost got
million viewers.
skipped. Because an FCS team, Butler and Youngstown State, you don't
Look,
even know where Youngstown State is.
Yeah, you
It's
don't
in
even know what
Ohio.
that is.
I'm gonna
All
look it
right,
up right
It's in
now.
the state of
right.
Youngstown.
Youngstown State.
What even is Youngstown State? So you can't
It's
see their
Ohio.
mascot.
It is in Ohio.
All right. Let's get to. I want to hear your favorite mascot. I'm gonna wait until him. But tell me your favorite
FCS
mascots.
might be the new best league.
Hopefully, not any of them are in the FCS.
All right,
Oh,
we're going to the board.
see ya. Have fun.
I'm ready for some good picks.
I
I have some good picks.
Hopefully
can't.
not the Nittany Lion, because we all know
No,
that it's a
I did not
malnourished
pick the
bear.
Navy Lion.
Well, it doesn't exist.
well, that's
All right, so I am
A
not
Disney
a
lion
fan.
is not a rare animal.
Yes, it is. Okay.
I'm a fan of the traditional mascot. I don't like this new thing where we have like real buffaloes and real bulldogs. I just think I like the big blow up, the big furry
Like
type
the
of
Nittany Lion.
big mascot. So my first one here is Keggy the Keg.
What?
This is the unofficial.
pretty good.
This is the unofficial Dartmouth mascot. This is after their mascot was deemed inappropriate, and before they picked a new one,
But
a
it's
student
actually
dressed
good.
up as this, and he's been dressed. Someone in their student section has been dressing up like this, I believe, since
What?
2013. The school originally didn't like it, but I think as a school like Dartmouth, it doesn't necessarily work with them, but I love it.
So is that a fan or the mascot?
It's their unofficial mascot, but it is a fan.
Wait, I love
All right.
that.
That's,
Nice.
It has its own
stupid.
Wikipedia page, so I count it.
Ooh.
What's the name?
Keggy the Keg.
Oh,
Keggy the Keg.
Keggy the
Iconic.
Keg. And now my next one here, I went with another staple. I went with
Yes.
Stanford.
Oh
I
my
went with the
God,
Stanford
it's a
tree.
tree.
I
love
love
the
this. It's
tree.
unique. I think it reminds me of Christmas. It just makes me happy when I see it. And why? There's no one that can't root against Stanford. CMC years. Oh, I just love it so much. I just love this tree.
You
I was
love the
hoping someone
tree.
mentioned the tree. I love the Stanford tree. You ever see when it has like its decorations on it?
Yeah, and it's like a little
so
Christmas
cool.
thing. I
Look
love
at
it.
I'm
the
Now,
sorry.
eyes,
How does
though.
that
It's
guy?
mean.
How does that guy? Exactly.
I'm not really
His eyebrows.
sure.
Yeah,
his
it's
eyebrow,
mean.
he's always looks
Unibrow.
mad, which is a little bit offsetting, but he is a happy tree.
Man,
trust
big
me.
But
fan.
come on,
Big
before you go
fans
to the
there.
next one,
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to be that mascot because you're exposed.
Yeah, but then it's like,
Oh, you're a
clout.
tree.
He's like the tree. He's the tree.
Oh, I don't dream about being a tree.
Well, maybe he
Well,
does.
no.
Not everyone dreams
Well,
the
I'm
same
not
things,
saying
Ben.
tree or
True.
dreams.
I had a wicked dream over the weekend.
I'd love to hear about it later.
Yep.
Now, my next one, Sadie was just making fun of it. It is the Alabama elephant.
Oh.
Just
Oh
look
my
at this,
God,
the
Mr.
big
Homer.
trunk. I love where it comes from. The journalist yelling, "Here come the elephants!" as Alabama Crimson Tide ran onto the field. And I love the story behind it, and I do love the trunk. You can't get past the trunk. And those are my 3 favorite mascots.
All right,
Nice.
I like
I
that.
love it.
I like that. Maybe not the Bama one.
Big Bama guy, eh?
Not really.
That's
I don't
not-
know. They made the list a
All
lot,
right,
but
Carly, go ahead. Tell me
Yeah.
what your favorite mascots are.
All
They
right.
actually made every
We're gonna
segment.
have some haters here, but all right. Let's see.
Let's go.
I'm ready
So-
for this.
Carly's mascots. Look at this.
Oh
Here
yeah,
we go.
fire me up.
All right.
That's not their mascot. It's a dog.
Well,
That is a dog.
listen. All right. Well, first of all, I like the dog better. That's why I picked it.
Okay.
It should have been a dog, but also I do love the Georgia Bulldog mascot. I think he's just so funny, but I also absolutely love the little dog, the little bulldog. So funny.
I'm just.
You're just putting
It's
your hand.
respect.
It's respect.
But where's the dog? That
This
dog
is the
takes-
dog.
That's
it
not
takes
Ugga.
Okay,
fights
do you ever
from-
see those videos
Texas.
of the dog who like a chicken attacked him,
Yeah.
the bull attacked him? Anyways,
Carly, the dog's name is Ugga.
yeah, Ugga is the tiny one.
For
but I'm
UGA.
saying they didn't put Ugga
That's
up there. They
crazy.
put the
Respect.
bulldog mascot. So next one. Boom. All right.
Oh, I thought
Guys.
that was Butler.
This is the view. This is the career guy. He is actually insane. Like, I think he literally jumps through fire. His dance moves are insane. Have you ever seen those videos of him doing like I think it's like the juju on the beat, something like that. It's so fun. I absolutely love it. And also he does like, they stack up tables. He's jumping up on top of them. We got a little juju on the beats over here. Actually, I rate that 2 out of 10. Those are
tough crowd.
Tough crowd.
Anywho, but I think that like he just like the mascot's just so fun. Absolutely love. Next. We got the best mascot ever. We got the Nittany. Guys.
No, Carly's Mr. Homer.
That's a mountain bear.
Guys, how can you
A Nittany lion doesn't
how
exist.
can you go to Penn
Yes,
State?
it does.
How can you go to Penn State and not have any
Because
school
they should have an
pride?
actual
It looks like
lion.
something I would
Why
sue.
is
Like,
the,
it looks
the
like something
neck
I could make.
out?
That's why it's funny and it's iconic.
Okay,
They
but
should
it's
have
not.
a real now.
He-
What's it called? Nittany lion. I almost said mountain.
That is an Indian.
That's a Nittany lion is a real
A mountain
thing.
lion.
So why
I'm
is it
done.
not
This
here?
is like a mountain.
This is
Oh,
called
Carly.
Carly's mascot,
Yes,
so
you're
let me
correct.
do this. Watch this. I'm done with these pins.
Empty stadium. That's
Give her a
Listen.
chance.
When I'm at the games, I love the halftime. I love when it's timeouts. Nittany Lion comes out, dancing, everything, and the ready to go and do it?
yeah. I'm
Let's
doing
watch.
it.
Let's watch Ben do
He
it.
goes.
And then he goes on the other side. He's like, But
Yeah.
anyways, best mascot,
Yeah.
hands down. Don't want to hear anything else.
Great job. Great
All
list.
right, I like that.
Nittany lion. Does it actually exist? I thought it did not.
Okay, wait.
I don't believe
Well-
it exists.
But come on, this is my mascot. Because at number 4 on my list, honorary mention, honorary.
Oh.
It's my guy, the Nittany lion.
So you're giving me
If
hate
the-
for it, but then you put it on your thing.
Honorable mention. If the Nittany lion is watching this video,
I don't understand.
please come on the show after you retire. I will hug you and welcome you
Oh.
with open
Oh,
arms.
Ben,
Ben,
this just in. It is a mountain lion, but Nittany after Mount Nittany. So technically you were right. Mount
Yeah, it doesn't
Nittany,
exist.
Nittany lion,
Yeah.
mountain lion.
Okay, well, it exists in our eyes. Continue.
At number 3, this is the real start of my list. It is the Sooner Schooner. You might say, where's the mascot? Well, it's 2 horses with a schooner. I think that's what it's called. And this thing just tips over.
not
It
right.
goes, it hits other mascots. This thing, you want to step in front of this with the Crimson Tide? He's going to die.
It's just a
I think an
pioneer
elephant would take
wagon.
out those horses.
It's the Sooner Schooner.
Wagon.
It's too beautiful.
I don't think it's pronounced schooner.
Absolutely
Oh, wait, look at their
gorgeous
nails.
horses.
Look at their
Yeah.
feet.
Oh,
That's
you.
actually
Boomer
that's cool.
Sooner, horns down, Sooner Schooner. You don't like it, you step in front of it. At number 2, this is one of my favorites. Gus the
What?
Gorilla.
That literally looks like a Halloween
FCS.
costume.
That's the Youngstown mascot.
Division 1 double A. I don't know what school this guy is on.
What are
I
these
do know. Pittsburgh State. You ever heard of that?
No.
But now you're going to watch
Exactly.
them
For a good
because
reason,
Gus the
probably.
Gorilla is in attendance. Gus the Gorilla is just magnificent.
No.
But he's not as magnificent as number 1 because it's Mike the Tiger. And why did I gotta
Wait.
yell at our writer.
so go
I
on.
wanted
Wait,
the
so,
actual
like-
tiger, but Wellesley, our writer, messed this whole segment up. But Mike the Tiger is my number 1 mascot.
Wait, so like,
Thoughts?
Go LSU.
but
Go.
didn't you just say you didn't like, you were picking Alabama? So new number 1 is
Yeah,
now
well,
the LSU.
mascots don't play. They do in college football 14. I'll go back to the table.
Yeah, let's go
Gus
back
the
to the
Gorilla,
table.
Mike the Tiger, and what was the other one? I don't know, but mine were original.
Sooner schooner.
Sooner Schooner. Mine were original.
Wow.
Okay, I don't
Do you
know.
know
if those are
LSU
all
has a
pronounced.
tiger
Oh.
on campus? On campus, you could visit it. His name is Mike. Mike
Go
the
up
Tiger.
the mountain. You'll see the lion.
Well, we have squirrels.
We do.
All right, let's get into some tailgate tips. I like this. This was a good pick for a segment. Everyone,
Look at that
Oh.
beauty. Oh, just so beautiful.
Wow.
sad. Another week and a
Wait,
half.
you know what? Never mind.
Another week and a half. What are some good tailgate tips? I mean, when you're tailgating in lots like this, how many
Yep.
lots does Penn State have?
At
A
least
lot?
40.
A lot.
Yes.
So, Colin, what are some tailgate tips that you can give our fans?
My number 1 tailgate tip is warm food. It's always a hassle when you're hungry and
Okay.
you're out long, and maybe the game's at night and you're waiting so
Mm.
long to have food. You don't want to wait till you get in the stadium and pay $14 for a chicken basket or however much it is. You just want the chicken nuggets from the tailgate.
Those look
So if
so
you're
good,
making a
though.
tailgate, bring some more warm food and
Even
bring some
fruit?
tinfoil. Well, who eats warm fruit?
You eat warm food in
You
August?
just said bring warm food.
Food. Yeah.
Oh. Nachos?
Sure.
Okay. Pizza?
Sure. As
All
long
right,
as
let's
it's
hear
warm.
yours. I want to hear yours.
I have 3
Oh.
because our writer, who
Oh.
didn't even put the picture that I wanted. No, actually, I have 4.
Oh,
We asked for
wow.
4 things.
Well, he's calling you out.
Essentials. You need a football. People get too fancy nowadays with the essentials. They bring these big speakers, cornhole tables that you could fit 7 people on. No, all you need is a football. Music has to be 80s
Okay,
music.
that's a must.
So you need
Has
a big
to be
speaker.
I don't know.
80s music. It's not an
Oh,
essential though.
okay.
Necessary food.
Downloading at me? How are you playing the music then?
Necessary food.
At me.
Mini hot dogs. Overrated. I mean underrated. Overlooked. Got you in a spin
Overrated.
cycle. Perfect spot. Doesn't matter. Just enjoy it.
Oh, see, I think the spot does matter.
No.
I think.
I
there's
think spot
buses.
matters.
More
No,
about
the-
Where do you want to be on
No.
that picture? I want to be on the soccer field.
Do you
but
want to be by the
I just don't
hospital?
want to be anywhere I have to walk up a hill.
To the
A
hospital.
hospital.
It doesn't matter. I just say enjoy.
It's more about who you're with than where you are.
Yeah, and I'm with you.
Oh.
All right, we got some
All right. So.
brother romance over here.
80s music. Don't forget. I know you
All right. So you guys
Are
can
you
hate each
guys
other.
are younger than me.
So I'm more of like a all-around music type of girl. But my thing would be good food. I mean, come on, you have to have good food. I think like you have to have dessert. I think dessert is some of the biggest things
Essential.
too. Essential.
Cupcakes, brownies, or cookies?
You know what?
There's a wrong
Honestly,
answer.
I like the cookies. Sorry.
Good answer.
I agree.
There we go. We agree on something. All right. And
What do
then
you mean on something?
hey, let me finish my
Okay.
favorite thing. And good music. And also you have to like just like be able to talk to a bunch of people and have energy because if you don't, it's honestly
That's my
Let's think of
gabagool.
some good
That's-
energy. up
that's
in
my
these
like
people.
good
networking.
energy, but those are my picks.
All right, y'all heard it here first. Good energy, good music, and apparently spot does not matter, which it does. But let's get into our clipped moment of the day. That's clipped. Let's see.
That's
What were we looking at?
clipped. Yeah, after Alabama wins by 45 plus on Saturday.
What is this?
Then we'll go at
This
it.
is Connor Stallions. He's the spy on Michigan.
Oh,
And yesterday he got caught on the central
Doing my
Michigan
job over here.
sideline.
You got this.
Well, Sadie, you can continue, but I mean, I
so
am like,
this is our
I'm,
host, Ben.
I'm
This is our
obsessed.
host.
No, I'm obsessed
and-
with Connor Stallions
You are.
because I don't really think he did much. He really just bought tickets and went to a game. Anybody can do that.
He's on the sideline with
But
the
he
field
bought tickets
pass.
to every Big
All
Ten
right.
game. in the
When I
weekend.
first heard of this story, I was like, okay, I mean, he's just really invested into this. Really invested. This is crazy.
It is
like
because he wasn't on the field pass list.
this is actually crazy.
Exactly.
And
Like,
look at that little blue light. It's recording. His glasses are the recording
the
glasses.
Snapchat ones.
Mhm.
you
No,
know,
but
He's
you
got
know what's
Snapchat
funny about
glasses.
this? People know his face because he has that mustache, very recognizable, and he didn't even shave it off.
Yeah.
He's not hiding.
He said full send.
But
Yeah.
this is just wow. I
Connor
think that
Stallions.
That's
I mean, if
clipped.
it's that easy,
I mean,
if it's that easy
dedication.
to get on the field, maybe you
I
should
give
try
him
it.
that, but that wow.
This is bad, but what he did on Michigan was not that bad.
No. I don't think so. I think
You
it's
have
just
some-
dedication.
I could have done the same thing that he did. You just record the signs.
We just have
Yeah.
some conflicting opinions. Let's see the W moment of the day. Let's get some good vibes in here.
Oh.
Maybe not some good
Jersey
vibes.
Mike's.
Okay, Jersey. Oh,
Yeah! God,
Oh, she likes
what's Tristan?
it.
Rock on.
Wait, what's
Wait.
what's going on here?
She got dunked.
Who'd you get?
By who?
Free Jersey Mike.
Play
Carly,
on again.
Free Jersey Mike's for a whole year if you get dunk tanked in front of a
Is Jersey
full
Mike's
Beaver
that
Stadium.
good though?
I would.
Would you really want that for a whole year?
Free
Jersey
food,
Mike's
yeah. Free
is
food.
amazing. Have you ever had Jersey Mike's?
No. See, I'm like more of a Wawa gal.
Sadie doesn't like
I'm
Jersey.
a Wawa gal
Wawa.
too. Jersey Mike's is insane, and Primo Hoagies. Primo's good.
Primo
I love the
Hoagies.
bread.
Wait, you never
Wawa
answered my
only.
question.
I like Wawa.
What's your question?
The quesadillas.
Wawa
Oh
only.
yes, of course. Anything for free food, like what?
Full Beaver Stadium crowd.
Yes.
You stand at the 50-yard line
Yes.
with the tank and you get dunked.
Yes, I will be
I
there.
mean, you would do it too for a check.
I would
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
on
You would do it too for a
Jumbotron.
check.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. No one
Connor
really
I would be
Stallions
there.
will be there as well, filming.
All right. Well, this has been some great vibes. I love talking about college football.
W
we got
of
that
the
W
day.
moment. Oh wait.
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
Also, they're bringing
wait.
back Fortnite's. I don't know. They're bringing back the old
Victory
Friday,
Road.
Oh my God.
Friday, baby, Friday.
I saw a
November,
picture.
November 3rd,
Oh,
November
no.
3rd.
Third, Friday.
All right, never mind.
Wasserman, your favorite man,
Pat
W.
McAfee.
Pat McAfee, up here.
So first of
Entertainer.
all, I hate his jersey.
He
It's
always has
disgusting.
vibes
well, that's
going
not
on.
it's not a hockey jersey. That's I don't even know what
Yeah.
that is.
What's the clip?
I don't know what's on the front.
What-
I don't know
what's
what
going
the
on
sleeves
here?
are. This clip, Sadie, do you have it?
There, Wells, you kind of really didn't do me good right now.
Don't worry, Sadie, I got you. I got you.
Go ahead.
Pat
We got our
McAfee,
host Ben.
Saturday night, is doing a NFL Red Zone-esque show.
Yeah.
He's going to have Reese Davis on it, the host of College
Oh.
Game Day.
Oh.
He's just going to be
Hmm.
chilling in the Thunderdome, watching ball with the boys. That's really it.
It's the boys
Yeah.
with the boys.
Is that cider?
Look, you see Saban's autograph? Oh
Yeah,
my God, it's Saban.
I love
All right.
Yep, Saban.
Everyone, Saban is just not it. He's not.
Bah.
He calls me Benny.
You wish.
Oh,
you
you met him
wish.
before?
You wish.
Like you're like tight with him.
Yeah,
You're bros.
Yeah, we only
Yeah.
Skype.
Right.
He
Oh
said, I
my
have to win
God.
another
That's
championship.
All right, we
You
can all
Skype with
debate
him?
Nick Saban next week when Alabama loses and LSU wins. So thanks for joining us for our college football show for today's sports. I'm Sadie. Thanks. This is Carly, Ben, and Colin. And we'll
Carly,
see you
there we
next
go.
time.